Dick, WB2JPQ. Along with Vicky, K8VKY on the log, and Al, K8BAC. We'll be along a little bit later at the top of the next hour. This is the Morning Brew. Net number 965 on this Wednesday morning. Our question this morning, everybody, was sent in by Gil. K4 GPS. I want to get it right up front. You have to use your fingers and toes to come up with an answer for this one. How many U.S. states have you been in? How many U.S. states have you been in? Gonna have to do a little bit of figure. We were just sitting in the Zoom room before, just thinking like driving to Florida, how many you're going here, going there. So, got to do a little bit of thinking. You're going to need everything. Take your socks off and enjoy. Vicky's got an announcement this morning. Our aeronautical mobile is going to be up. Should be taking off about now. That was the last we had. Once they get up to cruising altitude by around 9:30, 20 after 9, they should be on 14317. And Roger, KO4QMM, he's going to be our ground control today. And if anybody else wants to get on 14317 and hold the frequency for him, he'd be more than happy. Right now, everything is dead. We're not hearing anything. Let me send it over to Vicky. She's got the itinerary for the aeronautical mobile for today, and I believe the other one is on Friday. Good morning, Vicky.
Good morning. Yeah, I think you just covered everything. The flight takes off at 7, and 14317, you can head over there now if you want to hang out with Roger, and he'll get you up on the log. It's with Carlos N1 CBM, and it will be again tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Eastern. K8VKY.
Where are they going to and from today and tomorrow, Vicky? That's what I had forgotten.
I forgot for a minute too because it had switched. I want to say Stewart to. I don't know. 1 second, I'll check because it got changed last minute. Akron. There you go.
Yeah, thank you, Vicky. Yeah, we got changed yesterday. We actually posted what was it supposed to be. Supposed to be to Texas, and it got changed, and we were all busy. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with things. Anyway, we got a whole bunch of text check-ins here this morning. We got Wayne, I got Gil, W9QJQ, KQ9KX, got Roy and Blaisdell, KE2EIO, KM4WZD, Joe. And we got Randall from Homosassa, Florida, all via the text line. I'm going to take mobiles. I'm going to take some mobiles, get them up at the top of the list, get this show moving this morning. Mobile stations, call sign choice.
KE2FLO, KE2FLO, mobile in and out. Have a good day.
November, November, 4, Victor Golf, India, mobile, in and out, 73 is everybody on the net this morning.
Kilo Delta, Oscar Julia Alpha, 8 Sierra Tango Juliet, Whiskey 8 Sierra Tango Juliet, mobile.
For Kilo Foxtrot 5, Yankee Romeo Quebec, mobile in and out.
W8 NJT, Whiskey 8, November Juliet Tango.
Alright, right, let me tell you what mobiles I got. Good morning to Nick in Toledo. We got you. We got KF5YRQ. Mobile in and out. We got Steve, Rochester Hills, Michigan, W8STJ. Just before Steve, we had an 8 OJA or something like that. You cut yourself off the 8 OAJ or OJA.
Kilo Delta 8 Oscar Julia Alpha. Brian, in and out. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, good morning, Brian. Vicky already had figured it out. Thank you for being there. You're in and out. We got Aaron, KF4VGI from Fayetteville, North Carolina, also Mobile, in and out. We got James, KK7ORN, and I'm not sure if that's right or not, but it might be. And we got Mike, KE7FLO from Buffalo, was in and out. James was going to stick with us. Did I hear Ron from Niagara Falls? Did I hear W4RON in that mess? W4RON, yes you did. Ron, we might have you mixed up with this other station. We'll see. Is James with us from Glendale, Arizona, KK7ORN? That's where our mix-up was. Ron, we had you in there, W4RON. Good morning. Once again, our question, how many U.S. states have you been in?
Well, being an ex-over-the-road truck driver, I believe I've been in maybe 40 states throughout my driving career. I drive local now, so that's what I'm doing right now, driving local. Like yourself crazy. Back to you in the net. Everybody have a great morning. Thank you. WP4RON.
Thanks, Ron. That's Ron, Vicky W4RON on the bottom line there. Got to move him down. Now we're going to go to Steve at Rochester Hills, W8STJ. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky. Answer for me is 15. I got to keep this short. I'm about to drive into a long underpass. Have a great day, everybody. This is W8STJ.
Right, driving under an underpass. Good morning to you, STJ, Steve, Rochester Hills. Charlie was in and out. How about Nick in Toledo, W8NJT? How many states have you been in?
Morning, everybody on the net. My number I came up with was 17 states. W8NJT, back to net control.
17 it is. We thought people were going to be taking time counting, but thanks for helping us move along here. We have to get a lot of stations in 2 hours, as you well know. Any other mobiles? Any other mobiles out there this morning that would like to get into this first portion? KF5FID, mobile. Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey, mobile. Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey, mobile. KQ4, ORK, Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Romeo Kilo, mobile. That's November 3, Victor George X-ray. Mobile. Well, good morning to Marty in Swanson, Ohio. N3VGX was in and out this morning. We have you, Barry, in Apopka, Florida, James in Spring, and David in Pasadena, California, or Pasadena, Texas, I'm sorry. to start this round out. Good morning, David, KF5FID. Good morning. Yeah, I've been in 43 states so far. Working, traveling, hitchhiking over the years. Been a blast. I gotta get y'all go, but 73 to y'all. KF5 FID clear. Well, once the Fireside Network decides what they're going to do here, rather than keep interrupting our net, or I'll just take them off. Yep, we got you down for 43, and 43 is the number to beat here today. 40 and 43, two big numbers to start out the first hour. James, AA5JW, good morning. Well, good morning, Dick and Vicky. Thank y'all for running the net today. And good morning, Brew Crew. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. James in Spring, mobiling into Houston for work today. Got a little drizzle on the windshield, and we're supposed to get more rain today, but I think we're going to get rain for the next 6 days. To the question at hand, I'm going to go with 21 states. I was sitting here counting, and that number keeps going up, so it's probably higher, but 21 is where I'm at now, and I feel good about that honest number. With that, I'll say 7-3, hand it back to that. Everybody have a blessed day, and stay safe out there. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. We'll be monitoring. Well, you must keep it on it, James. We fact check everybody, so we don't want to have to come back and tell somebody that they're off one state or anything. How about you, Barry, at Popsicle, Florida? Good morning.
Good morning to everybody on the net, and thanks for picking me up. I believe my number is 47. Missed out on the Dakotas and Hawaii. But please fact check me. I hope everybody has a great day. 73 and back to net control. KQ4 ORK in the mobile.
47 for Barry, our new number to beat, and you're being fact checked as we speak, Barry. Marty from Swanson, Ohio is in and out in 3VGX. All right, let's go work this text check in real quick here this morning. Let's start with Wayne. Good morning, Wayne, KC2NJV.
Good morning, Dick and the rest of the crew, KC2NJV. I think the number's about 30 states, and coincidentally, I've been to about 30 countries, so it makes sense. Have a great day.
Speaking of, I gotta remember the email that Vicky sent out yesterday. I think she said 32 states, wasn't it, Vicky? Our news, or countries, our news magazine is read in 32, 23 countries, which is really pretty nice. Magazine goes out to 33 countries. Thanks, Wayne. Up next is Gil from Orlando, and this actually is his question. Good morning, Gil.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everyone on the brew. Yeah, I decided to count the states I had been in. I came up with 13, so it must mean I've been in 37 states, so I can do this math anymore. I'm missing the Dakotas too. I'm missing one of them. I think I'm Dakota as well, so they're hard to get. K4 GBS, back to that.
Gil, let's go to Keith, W9QJQ.
Morning Brew. That's an easy one for me, since I was a truck driver for many, many years and now retired, and some traveling. 49. 49.
That is our new number. That's our new number to beat, 49. And, he knew right off the bat. Good morning to Roy, K8BYU.
Everybody on the brew, KAA BYU.
Well, with all the traveling I did during the years I worked at the airport, the number is 30 states plus the District of Columbia.
It does say U.S. states, so we're going to keep it with whatever he said, 30, I guess it was. Thanks, Roy. Let's go to Michael, KE2EIO.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicki. I'm going to say 35. 35 states as of right now. All right, this is KE2EIO, 73s, everybody, and have a good day. Back to that.
You as well, Michael. Thank you for the 32. Joe, AM4WZD.
Hey, good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning to the crew. Let's go with 24. That's what I'm coming up with. Not counting places where I stopped just to change plans or something like that. 24 it is for me. Everybody take care. Have a fantastic Wednesday. We'll talk later. It's KM4WZD. Back to net.
Joe. Too bad you're not, excuse me, too bad you're not coming up to our meet and greet next weekend for the Western New York people or people anywhere. Meet and greet is a week from Saturday, the 21st of June, south of Buffalo, Chestnut Ridge Park. Looks like you're going to have a great attendance. Got people coming from different parts of the country, so we're looking forward to it. And I'll make this mention as I did last night. If you are planning on coming and you're in the area, we are planning to do dinner on Friday night, the 20th somewhere. We just don't know yet. But if you are planning and would like to go to dinner with a few of us, just let me know. Just send me an email and let me know, and we'll get you on the list so we can decide where we're going to go after we get a count. Randall, Homestead, Florida, KR4DZT.
Hey everybody, I have been to all 50 states, including DC. My wife and I just got back from Montana and Wyoming, and that makes 50. She had a goal of being in all 50 states before she was 50 years old. So 50 for me. Back to the net, KR4DZD.
All right, let's take some radio stations. I got a few more text check-ins, but we'll put them on the back burner for a minute here. Let's take anybody anywhere, try to spread them out, keep them slow. Vicky's not awake as I'm not. It's a late night on Tuesdays. We don't get out of here much before 11 o'clock after the tech net. So anybody anywhere, call signs twice. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
KJ5KOR. KJ5KOR.
N2BH. Kilo November 4.
KD2 YUY. Kilo Delta 2 Yankee Uniform Yankee.
U4 REL. Whiskey 4 Romeo Echo Lima. KC9
Kilo 5 Romeo Lima Romeo. K5 RLR. In and out this morning.
Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor. Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor.
November 2 India Sierra Kilo. November 2 India Sierra Kilo.
M.
KO4QMM.
Wow, that's a good start. Good morning to Roger. Don't forget to go over to 14317. The band's, I don't think, quite awake yet, but Roger's sitting there, so am I. Help him hold the frequency as soon as it comes alive, and we're waiting for Carlos to get up to altitude. Whether we'll hear him or not, we don't know. 14317. We got you, Bob, in New Jersey. We got Mike. We got Randall, Spring, Texas, K5RLO. I was in and out this morning. That's unusual for you, Randall. Good morning. Just before Randall, there was a KE9. A KE9 only, please.
KE9 GIS.
Good morning, Adam. We got Robert in Orlando, Florida. We got Charles in Syracuse. We got Rudy in Smithfield, North Carolina. Bill in Palmyra. We got David in Houston, Texas. We got Zachary in Kissimmee. And the list goes on, and I guess I'm going to go down and start with Roger this morning. He's got his hands full. He's doing the 20-meter nutting in here with us. So, Roger, good morning to you. And a good job as always. KO4QMM. And how many states have you been in? Looks like Roger's busy on 20 right now. Let me go up to David. We'll have to come back to Roger. David in Houston, KJ5KOR. Good morning, David. And our question once again is, how many U.S. states have you been in?
I believe I've been in 35 states, although this month I think the wife and I are going to do a little road trip. I may add a couple more to that, but put me down for 35 states. This is KJ5KOR, David in Houston, Texas.
Thank you, David. Good morning to Bill and to BH.
Yeah, good morning, Dick, Vicky, everybody. At least 34 for me. I got to get on the motorcycle and head to the West Coast and South Coast and get some more. And to BH.
Go out to Texas, see Charlie. He'll go riding with you. Thanks for being there, Bill. Thanks for all you do for the East Coast Reflector. And thanks for everybody for all they do for the East Coast Reflector. You have no idea what some of our team and the hours that our team puts in per week. It's amazing. How about Rudy, Smithfield, North Carolina, KN4RW.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. This is KN4W here. Put me down for 9 states. With that, I pass it back to that controller. Have a great day. KN4W.
Thank you, Rudy. 9 it is. Charles in Syracuse, KD9YUY.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everybody listening on the brew. Put me down for 26. I keep coming up with different numbers, but the average number that I come up to, 26. 73 all back to net control, KD2YUY.
And 26 it is, Charles. Robert's in Orlando, WW4REL.
Yeah, hi everyone to the net, and yeah, I'm going to say 15 states that I stayed in and probably traveled through, another 10 that I never stopped in.
Well, the question was sent in, how many states have you been in? So obviously if you drive through it, we have to count that. Thanks for being there, Adam. Or was that Robert? I guess that was Robert. Thank you, Robert, with 15. Up to Adam now, KE9DIF.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having a good day. 27 states to be exact. Back to you, Nat.
27, and he said that like that is 27. We do not even need to fact check that one, I can tell. Randall was in and out. Good morning, Mike, KC3LAV.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning. This is Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor, Mike in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. A beautiful sunny morning here, sitting on the deck. We're going to say 20 states while we've been running around. That's a pretty good number for what we're talking about. And thank you very much for being on the net. We will return to net control. Thanks again. KC3LAV, clear.
Thank you, Mike. How about Bob? Woodbridge, New Jersey. Good morning.
Hey, everybody. Yeah. Well, mine is 45 out of 50. Mostly when I was young, and we were camping all over the United States, national parks, and all sorts of interesting places. And I got so many experiences and surprises. I got to, in Pennsylvania, I got to drive an electric coal mine train out of the coal mine after a tour. What else? I met kids that I grew up with, thousands of miles away from home. Small world. So there you go. And Wednesday. Everybody have a good day.
Bob, Roger just gave me a thumbs down. He's too busy on 20 meters. They're on 14.317. Apparently the band's coming alive. Come over there and talk to him. They're waiting to hear from Carlos as soon as he gets airborne, which he should be up by now as a cruising altitude. We're assuming we haven't heard any other changes. Let me go to Ray. N3DQD. Good morning, Ray, via the text line.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky, the rest of the crew in there. I've been in 18 states. Back to Nip. This is N3DQD.
Thank you, Ray. 18 it is. Good morning to Jason, one of our team members here in the ECR. K4KU, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dick and Vicky and everybody else. I'm on my second cup of coffee after being up late with the TechNet last night, and I have been in about 33 states. I travel a lot for work, and with that, I hope I see everyone on the open mic net tonight at 8 p.m. This is K4KU. We'll send it back to net control.
Everything going on here this morning, I think I forgot to mention it. Yes, tonight, 8 o'clock. Right here where you are. Don't touch your dial, as they say. The open mic night. I don't know who is up tonight. I don't know if they're new net controllers or how they run the list, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. Back down to Demira, Hollywood, Florida. W4PPX. Good morning, Dan.
Hey, good morning, guys. Father, Vicky, everybody on the brew crew this morning. Put me down for 16, a lowly 16, but I had fun in all of them. Back to you, Dick. Have a good day. W4, PPX clear.
Well, I'm sure you left the trail, Don. Thanks for being there. Good morning to Brian, W4PTZ. Good morning, everyone. Beautiful day in Valdosta, Georgia. Put me down for 49. During the last 6 years of my Air Force career as part of an inspection team that, went pretty much everywhere in CONUS and ended up in most of the states during that time. Ironically, the only state I have not been to is Maine. And it's ironic because I live in, or grew up in Plattsburgh, New York, in the very northeastern corner. So it's kind of, it's right there, and I've never been to it. W4 PTZ, back to that, thanks. It is a coincidence, Brian. Yep, Plattsburgh repeater is full-time here on the East Coast Reflector. 2-meter repeater up on the mountain. It's been here with us for many years and covers several states and 2 countries. Mark, one of our team members and one of the co-hosts for the open mic night. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. I came up with 24 states. Have a great day and hope to see you again, everyone, tonight on Open Mic Night, KE2 EDS. Thank you, Mark, for the 24. Zachary in Kissimmee, Florida, KI6KQO.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the Brew Crew, KI6KQO here. Yeah, I had to think about that for a minute, but put me down for 27 states. 7-3 to the group, back to net, KI6KQO.
Told you at the top of the net. Have to do some counting. Tough this hour of the morning. Thank you for being there. How about Gary in Woodhaven, Michigan, N8ZFH?
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the crew. Beautiful day here in southeastern Michigan, looking for a high of 87, and I've been in 37 states. Please check me in and out. Catch you later in 8ZFH, back to that.
37 it is. Next up is Jeff, KE0GKF, one of the voices on the Morning Brew. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky. Everyone on the brew. We are going to be just touching the triple digits today here in Omaha, Nebraska, in the middle of the country. We're going to be 97 degrees out here in Nebraska. Going to be a hot one for sure. I had to think about that. You know, I don't get out as much as a lot of these other people, Dick, I guess. About 15. Put me down for 15. I was going to say 64, but and I realize there's not that many states, and I'd be fibbing. Have a great morning, everyone. KE0GKF. Back to you, Dick.
Well, you know, Vicky, she's going to fact check you, so you better be accurate, Jeff. Good morning to Randy in West Seneca, W2RBC.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everyone on the Morning Brew. Put me down for 15 states. Those are the ones that we're actually in, not just flying over. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
Well, I didn't think about that. I don't think anybody's going to count the states they flew over, but I guess... How high does the state go in the air, you know? Thanks, Randy. Terry, 4 Oaks, North Carolina, KM4TC. Good morning.
And the crew, good to hear everybody. Beautiful day here in North Carolina. I've been to about 12. I've been self-employed for the last 30 years with a machine shop. It's just been hard to get away. The good Lord lets me make it about 3 more years to retirement. Maybe I'll get across to Mississippi somewhere. 7-3, everybody, KM4TC.
Thank you, Terry. We got you down for 12. Doug in Lubbock, Texas. I hear Lubbock on the news over the week, or last weekend, I guess it was, and boy, oh boy, you guys got some weather down there, didn't you? W5VEO.
Roger. We had the tornado sirens going off in my neighborhood, and listening to the spotters, I think we had one about 4 to 5 miles away.
but the real big one was about 45 miles away and estimated at 2 miles wide. So the rotating cloud I was looking at wasn't quite that big, but it was big enough to almost make me go inside instead of looking there. And 45 states, I can't remember if Michigan's west of the Mississippi, but I definitely have been in every state as west of the Mississippi. Just got, like the other guy said, Maine and 4 others to visit there. W5VEO, back to net.
Seems like those New England states are tough. Put you down for 45. Thank you, Doug. KE2GCV, Williamsville, New York. Well, hope you heard about our meet and greet. I hope you can attend a week from Saturday. Good morning.
KE2GCV, Garrett. I'm mobile, and put me down for 40 states. I used to be an over-the-road trucker, and I think there's a few left on the bucket list, but that's about 40, I'd say. KE2GCV, back to you.
Forty it is, and I hope you can make the meet and greet up at Chestnut Ridge on the 21st, a week from Saturday. Garrett, would love to meet you. We'd love to meet some of the locals here that we don't know. Chuck, W2EM, one of our key players here on the meet and greet. And between him and his wife and Sal and a few others, they're going to do all the cooking. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning, Dick. I went and got the propane, so we're all set there. Put me down for 46. There's been 4 states I haven't been to. 40 of them on a motorcycle, I would say, with my wife. So it's amazing traveling around this country on a motorcycle. You really, really see a lot more than you do out of a car. It was a great time. Anyway, back to net, W2EM.
What they say, Chuck. I've never owned a motorcycle. I've ridden on one once when I was a young boy, and that's the only time that I ever did. Good morning to Dave over in England. M7, I guess it's not morning over there, it's afternoon, but M7 TLB.
Good morning, Brew Crew from the United Kingdom. It is just gone midday, so it's technically afternoon. Beautiful sunny day. I see you already have the maximum number of states given as 50, and in answer to the question, I'm going to go the exact opposite way, and I'm going to say the number of US states I have been to is a round 0. Apparently, I did travel into the United States in utero back in the 1970s when I wasn't quite born yet, but I don't believe that counts. Back to net control, Mike 7 Tango, Lima Bravo.
They sent it to you, but you know there's a lot of European, a lot of stations, a lot of DX stations, if you will, that have visited many, many, many states in the country. So you never know what you could hear. But thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the net. Good morning to Ron, KE2ARC.
Hey, good morning, Dick, and everybody on the net. Yeah, put me down for 47 there, driving over the road then. All the lower 48 except Montana. Everybody have a good day. KE2ARC, back to net.
47, and you need Montana. All right. Thank you, Ron. Last on this list is Scott from Memphis, KY4MB.
Well, good morning, Godfather and Brother Randall, if he's listening this morning, everybody on the Brew Crew from Memphis, Tennessee, where it's nice enough out here. It's no clouds and It'll be hot today, but not that hot. How about that for a forecast? No rain that I know of. Anyway, I'll go with around 18 there, Dick. It's too early to count exactly and get this memory going, but somewhere around 18, I think. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks to Miss Vicky. Everybody have a good middle of the week here. Back to net, KY4NB. Thanks for calling it, Dick. We appreciate it.
Scott, I'm going to take some in and out stations. I'm looking over at Roger in the Zoom room. I have seen his lips moving, so he definitely is talking to somebody on 14317. I don't know if it's ECR Air 1 or if it's other stations, but apparently there is life on 14317 if anybody wants to go over and see what's going on and take a chance on working ECR Air 1. In and out stations, call signs twice and slowly. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Charlie 5, Charlie Zulu X-ray. In and out, thank you, sir.
Kilo 2 Alpha Alpha Charlie. Kilo 2 Alpha Alpha Charlie. In and out, Dick.
Kilo Alpha 2 Echo Uniform. KA2. You in and out.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf November. Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf November. Tim, Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Kilo 4 Delta India Yankee 50 states. You're on.
Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet, in and out.
Let me hold up there for a minute. Yeah, that last station, you always have touchstones that most of them are not muted. I don't know what you're using to go into the GM repeater, but sometimes your touchstones do not mute and they go down the system. VH3 VTJ, good morning. You were in and out. We think we have. Is that correct? VH3 VTJ, you're not coming up on our log.
No, it's Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet, in and out. Thank you.
You're on. That's what's happening. Your tones are not muting. They're going to other, being decoded elsewhere in the system, and they can cause serious problems. You just turned the repeater on. So please, try to get rid of those touchtones. That is a cardinal rule. No touchtones. VA3KTJ, we got you. We got Eugene, KK4DIY, VE3T. And Tim, you're usually not in and out, but you got the in and out one here today. KA2EEU, K2AAC. My buddy Art in Tonawanda, good morning to you. We got Daryl, KC5CZX, and Richard, KB3EGD. Anybody else want to be in and out here this morning?
November 9 Echo, Hotel Tango, and 98C. Good morning, in and out. BZA, Kilo Echo 2, Bravo Zulu Alpha. Good morning, everyone, in and out.
All right, good morning to Doug in New Guinea, Texas, and John in Castle Creek, New York. Let's get to some stations that want to tell us how many states they've been in. Anybody, anywhere? Let me see if I got any mobiles. Mobiles, let's take them up first here. Mobile stations, twice and slowly.
Kilo Delta 2, November Lima Mobile, KD2NL Mobile.
Yes, Charlie. Mobile.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot, pedestrian mobile.
Joe, good morning. Morning to you, Vern. And I got Jeff, KC0JC, and I got Chip, KD2NL. And there was a station from the Cortland repeater. The Cortland station only, please. I saw it come up, but morning, Chip. KD2NL, our question this morning for everybody. How many states, how many U.S. states have you been in? The question was sent in by K4GDS. Good morning.
Good morning, Dick, Dickie, and the rest of the crew. I'm the one, I think, coming in through the Cortland repeater, so that might have been me. Besides that, the number of states I've been in are pretty much 35, 36. I'm just missing the New England states. So I'll say 73, you all have a good day, and back to net, KD2NL Mobile.
All right, Chip, it possibly was you. About 3 nodes came up at once there. Thank you for clearing that up. Good morning to Jeff, KC0JC.
Good morning, everyone on the Brave Trade KC0JC. Yeah, I'm overroad truck.
We don't hear a lot out of Missouri either, James. Jeff, thank you for being there. Our pedestrian mobile every morning, Vern, VA3CRF. And Vern, I have to ask you, any word on whether you're going to make our meet and greet next week?
Good morning, Dick and Vicky and everybody up. Thanks for picking me up. It's about 60 here. We're going to get up into the 80s today. Looks like it's going to be an okay day. Not a whole lot of wildfire smoke. Dick, I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it. If I'm not there in person, I will be there in spirit. We have a family member who's been in the hospital, and we've been visiting every day, and I'm just not sure if I can swing it. But I got to tell you, I sure enjoyed going last year. It was wonderful to meet everybody. In terms of the question of the day, Dick, I would say probably about 15 states. I added a bunch of states last year when I drove to Arizona from here with my son, taking their stuff to their house in Phoenix. One other quick comment. On that drive, we went through New Mexico, which is beautiful. And I remember Mark and Gracie used to check in, and he would always close by saying, "From the land of enchantment." And I used to think, well, that sounds like a bit of an overstatement, but that's the state motto that's on license plate. I didn't know that. Now I do. And I got to say, it is a pretty special place. Dick, thanks for doing it. VA3CRF.
We'll certainly look forward to seeing if things change. Kevin, V3BZ's coming down. I believe he's bringing someone with him as well. I forgot who he did say, but I think somebody's coming with him. Hey, he can pick you up on his way through. Hope to see you. Milton, good morning. Whiskey Papa 4 Victor Whiskey. How are you, my friend?
Buenos días, mi amigo, to you, Vicky, the rest of the Brew crew, and especially Verm that just spoke on the net. This is WP4 Victor Whiskey headed to work at the George Bush Intercontinental Airport. So I am going to say, after 25 years, after 24 years in the Army, I thought I went to pretty much the lower 48, but as I've been going back, I'm going to say at least 26
I wish I could count my homeland in Puerto Rico, which is the island of Enchantment, as a 27. But yeah, you know how it is. Back to unit control. Thank you for doing what you do, and hopefully me making it over there to one of y'all's activities in State New York. Back to unit control. Adios. WP4BW.
Thank you, Melton. I was just listening to ECR. Air 1, they're up at 39,000 feet. I didn't catch where they were. 14,317. Rogers, the ground control here, but we're hearing Carlos very good here. So for all of you guys that want to work in aeronautical mobile this morning, 14,317. Go visit Carlos. He's up at 39,000 and cruising. NA2B, Charlie, good morning.
Well, good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everybody on the net from Birdie and I here in Tampa Bay. 75 this morning, headed for 90, and finally going to get our afternoon showers around dinner time. Response to the question, Dick, Birdie and I counted up, we actually had to count them up, as you mentioned, at 30 of them. And we covered most of them back when we had our motorhome days and traveling around the country in our motorhome. So certainly enjoyed seeing each and every one of them. Thanks for what you do. WB2JPQ and A2B, back to that.
30 it is, Charlie. Good morning to you. Morning to Bill, North Fort Myers, W8WHK.
Well, good morning. 75 degrees here and sunny. Yeah, we're going to be up in the 90s today. Hopefully not too high. And humidity's starting to sneak in, so it makes it feel warmer. I thought about this quickly, and I'm going to say about 12 states, maybe a baker's dozen. I'll be thinking about it all day, you know. It's one of those type of questions where I'll go, oh yeah, I forgot that, oh yeah, you know, that thing. So, okay, well, back to you, 7-3. Good to talk to you again, Dick. This is WHK 7-3.
All right, thank you, Bill. Sounds like ECR Air 1 is busy. They're working a lot of stations, one right after another. Just heard them recognize an 8 station, so it's into 8 land. So have some fun with them this morning. 14,317. Let's take some new check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, like to get in here this morning? Kind of a busy morning with 20 meters going and the morning brew. Got a lot going on here on the ECR today. New stations. Anybody, anywhere?
Kilo 9 Delta Quebec Mobile, K9 DQ Mobile.
Kilo Delta 6 Delta India Quebec, KD6 DIQ, in and out.
Whiskey Golf Charles, Kilo Bravo 2, Whiskey Golf Charles Mobile.
This is November 5 Alpha Pop Delta Mobile.
Kilo Oscar 6 India X-Ray November, KO6 IXM.
Whiskey Delta 8 Papa India Charlie, WD8 PIC.
2 Delta Kilo X-Ray, KE2 DKX, in and out.
Kilo Charlie 5, Zulu Lima Lima, in and out, coming into downtown Houston.
We got Keith coming into downtown Houston, KC5ZLL. Good morning to Jason, KE2DKX. They're going to be in and out. We got Bob in Sylvania. Hang on, Bob. We got a couple mobiles ahead of you. I got Scott, KO6IXN. like we got Danny, Johnson City, Texas. Looks like you're new to the system. Mobile, N5APD. We'll get back to you in 1 second. We also got Homicide, Florida. We got Kevin in here, KB2WGC. We got Todd, my buddy Todd from Yucca Valley, California, was in and out this morning. Todd, good morning to you. And let me send it right to L, K9DQ. Mobile, good morning. And our question once again is, how many states have you been in?
Good morning, everybody on the net. 58 degrees, cruising southbound on I-75, having fun. Traffic actually is not bad. Thinking about it is probably around 10 states. I think I've been international probably more than I've done states, but I think the answer would be 10 for me. Have a great day, everybody. 73, back to you, net control, K9DQ.
Thank you, Al. I like the Dairy Queen suffix on your call sign. I was just kidding with Scott yesterday about haven't been to the Dairy Queen yet this year, and it was very tough to resist. My car just wanted to turn in there the other day, but willpower is still there. Morning to Kevin in Homicide, Florida, WB2WGC.
Good morning to everybody on the crew, you, Dick, and Silent Vicky. I never heard her on the radio. 76 degrees, clear skies, going to get up into the 90s and probably hit about 100 for the heat index. I don't know the exact count, but around 20 and about 4 providences in Canada. Everybody have a good day and be safe. KB2WGC.
All right, Kevin. Well, actually, Vicky was on earlier this morning. She, at the beginning of the net, she gave the aeronautical mobile details, and she splits the second cup on Friday with me. But we keep her busy in there, keeping us all straight. She runs this operation from the Zoom room, so thanks for being there. How about Danny? Good morning to you. It looks like you're new to the system, Johnson City, Texas, N5APD.
This is Danny, N5APD. Johnson City, Texas is located about 60 miles west of Austin in the hill country. And we had a kind of a come through last night. Started about 11 o'clock in the evening. And really didn't stop till about 3 or 4 this morning. And so we had quite a bit of rain. It's about 64 degrees now. And let's see, let me let this drop. All right, APD is back with you. You know, as far as states, probably 14 to 15 states. I'm a bit of a rounder or a saddle tramp, and when I decide to go somewhere, I just load up and go. And one time I drove from Texas to Polson, Montana, just to get a steak, and it was well worth it. This is N5APD, back to the net.
Vicky's got you down for 15. Welcome, Danny. Welcome to the system. I see you do not have a current email address on your QRZ page. If you change that and put a current email address, our system will automatically send you a welcome letter. Tell you all about the system, about our nets, and so forth. EastCoastReflector.com. Good morning to Scott, KO6IXN.
Morning, Dick, and everybody in the Morning Brew. I hope everyone's having a great morning so far. I had to quickly try and tally this up. As far as the number of states, I think I'm in the 20s, so I'm going to go with 25. I hope everyone has a great day. 73 to everybody. KO6IXN. Back to net.
And 25 it is. I'm going to do Bob in Sylvania, Ohio, then I'm going to turn it over to my counterpart here, Al. Good morning, KBAC. We'll get with you in a minute. Let me go to Bob in Sylvania. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning. Just letting the repeater identify. I count 11. We took some different routes to Florida when I was younger, so I might have been in 12, but 11 that I know of. I was born in Vineland, New Jersey, so I've been as far east as the Atlantic Ocean, as far west as western Indiana, and as far south as the tip of Florida. Anyway, and of course, and some others along the way, of course. Back to net control, WD8 PIC. By the way, mid-80s and clear today for here. Yeah, back to net.
For me, it looks like Roger, KO4QMM is busy in ground control. I'm still hearing traffic on 14317. I just heard Carlos N1CBM about 45 seconds ago, so we're still hearing him here on, I forgot where they're headed this morning, but 14317, if you want to work the ECR Aeronautical Mobile this morning. Over to you, Al. I'm going to see you in a little over a week, my friend. Going to be up here for the meet and greet. I'm looking forward to it. KEPAC, take it away. Have a good day, everybody. WB2JPQ.
Well, thank you, Dick. Good morning, everybody. This is Al, KABC, along with Vicky, KABKY. Log them for me, keep me out of trouble. And yes, I will be there at the meet and greet, barring any unforeseen disasters, which were hopefully not going to happen. Let's pick up where Dick left off. KD3AJN, Anna in Beaver, Pennsylvania. Question of the day, how many U.S. states have you been in?
Hello. The net this morning. Hope everyone is doing well. I've been in 24 states. KD3 AJN. Have a good day.
Alrighty, thank you, Anna. Have a great day yourself. Thanks for checking in this morning. Next up, W9EBB, Don in Ocala, Florida. Good morning, Don.
Interesting question. Good morning, everyone. The Brew Crew. Having my first cup of coffee and enjoying this cool morning at 76 degrees because today it's going to be 97 with a real feel probably of 104. Love it. Question of the day, I love it because I used to go camping quite a bit and travel often. Not as much as I used to in the past, but the total is 43 states.
All right, thank you, Don. Have a great day. Yeah, I had to stop and really think. I came up with 27, but there may be more states that I have forgotten or wasn't even aware of. I've had a pretty interesting life. Let's see. That takes us down to the bottom of the list. It's 3 after 8. Let's do some mobile check-ins. Mobile check-ins, come with your call signs twice and slowly. Mobiles only.
Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Mike Papa, KO4 PMP.
KE2 EFX, Kilo Echo 2, Echo Fox X-Ray.
Right, we had KE2EFX, Dustin, Holbrook, New York, KO4 PMP, Mike, Fayetteville, Tennessee, and then somebody doubled with Mike, and he was in and out. If you can come back with your call sign twice and slowly.
Number 2, United Hotel India, and 2 UHI, in and out.
Alrighty, N2UHI was in and out. Thank you for sticking your head in and saying good morning. He's over there. It's Art over there in Wake Forest, North Carolina. Alright, KO4 PMP, Mike, Fayetteville, Tennessee. Question of the day, how many U.S. states have you been in? Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Boy, I just tuned in, and I just now heard the question, so I've not had a chance to really think that through, but it's probably going to be something like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. About 8, I guess. And that's a educated guess there. But anyway, heading into the job this morning and just tuned it in. So everybody have a good day out there. 73 is all. And back to net control. This is KO4PMP.
All righty, thank you, Mike. Have a great day. Next up, KE2EFX, Dustin in Holbrook, New York. Good morning, Dustin.
Morning net, and thank you all that run this net. I always appreciate listening to this in the morning. I'm at 19 states visited, feet on the ground in all of them, and towns. That's how I'm counting this out. And thanks again, everybody. Everybody have a great day. KE2FX, I'll be clear. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Dawson. Have a great day. Got a text check in here. W2 KDC Dennis and Dan is both in New York. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning, everyone on the brew. You timed that just right. I was going down through a list of states. I had to count how many. I've been to 30 states, according to my count. We'll say plus or minus 1 in case I counted wrong, but 30 is the number. Everybody have a great day. It's W2KDC. Back to you.
All righty, thank you, Dennis. And yeah, I understand. I had to count like 4 or 5 times and I kept losing count. There still may be a few out there that I didn't get. Checking in via text is KD9 YUZ Jimmy in Wakarusa. Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning, Al. Good morning, Vicky, and everybody out there on the brew. Nice to hear you in the clear for a change, Al. Put me down for 14. Not much of a traveler. 89 YUZ, back to you, sir.
All righty, thank you, Jimmy. And yeah, it is nice to talk to each other without the HF static. And boy, I tell you what, noise floor is up a little bit today, and I am not getting Roger or Carlos or anybody over here. It's kind of odd. Usually 20 meters, Rod comes in like gangbusters, but I'm not hearing anything yet. Maybe that'll clear up by 9. All right, that takes us down to the bottom of this list. Let's take general check-ins. General check-ins, come now with your call signs twice and slowly.
Net control. Please copy November 9. Bravo, Bravo Motel. Nathan, Chicago. In 9 ppm.
Sierra, Yankee, Quebec. Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra, Yankee, Quebec.
November Whiskey 3 United and a W3U. KD2IWN, KD2IWN.
Kilo Romeo 4 TKC, KR4 TKC.
E2, George Alpha Tango. KE2, George Alpha Tango. On the echo. In and out, please.
5, Delta X-ray, Bravo. Quebec 4, November Papa Alpha, KQ4 NPA, mobile in and out today.
Hold up right there. That last station, you had some static coming in there, just as you said your call signs. The KE or KD2. Come back with your call sign twice as slowly if you would, please.
KD2 WBZ, KD2 WBZ. In and out.
All right, we got your KD2 WBZ. Bob in Cortland, New York was in and out. We also had KQ4 NPA. Byron, Huntsville, Alabama was in and out. Thanks, guys, for sticking your head in and saying good morning. Anybody else want to check in to the morning brew before we get going?
Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf, November. Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf, November.
This is Kilo Foxtrot, 8 Charlie Whiskey Foxtrot.
November 8, Romeo Whiskey Foxtrot, that's N8RWF. Good morning, Alan, everyone. Please check me in and out. That's in and out. Good morning.
Kilo Delta 2, Whiskey Zulu Juliet, 82 WZJ. All right, that's a pretty healthy list. Let's go with that. First of all, we had N8 RWF, Bill over there in Trenton. Good morning, Bill. He was in and out. Thanks for checking in this morning. We have KQAQ, Bob in Ecorse, Michigan. He's via text line. KD2WZJ, Ron in Rochester, New York. We have KF8CWF, Brian in Warren, Michigan. He's mobile. We'll get back with you in a minute. We have BE3TGN, Tim in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And of course, we had KD2WBZ, Bob in Cortland. He was in and out. N8HLN, Mike in Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. All of our Michigan people are waking up. Guys, I'm a couple hours ahead of you. We had KQ4 NPA, Byron Huntsville was in and out. Thanks for checking in. We had KJ5DXB, Frank in Sugarland. E2GAT, Walter, Lynbrook, New York. KR4CKC, Bill in Oklahoma, Florida. We had KD2IWN, Tim in Hamburg, New York. We had NW3U, David Garner, North Carolina. KC1SYQ, David in Essex Junction, Vermont. And we had N9BBM, Nathan in Chicago, Illinois. Let's get, let's see, Brian in Warren, Michigan was mobile. Let's get him. KF8CWF, question of the day. How many United States states have you been in? KF8CWF, good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Brew Crew. I've had boots on the ground in 19 states, plus the District of Columbia. Have a great day. Back to net control. KF8CWF.
All righty, thank you, Brian. Enjoy the day over there in Warren. Let's jump to the top of the list. N9BBM, Nathan in Chicago, Illinois. Good morning, Nathan.
Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday. This is day 9 of 12 in a row for me. Happy hump day. Well, I used to run TV trucks 260 days a year, bare minimum. So, did some of the biggest sporting events that you probably watched. So, I've probably been to about 30 states in the last 5 years. So, hope everyone has a great day. Back to net control at 9 BBM.
All righty, thank you, Nathan. Have a great day. Next up, KC1SYQ, David, Essex Junction, Vermont. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Brew Crew. I counted about 25, and it looks like I got some more work to do to get that number higher. Everyone have a great day. KC1SYQ, back to net.
All righty, thank you, David. You know, I'm the same way. Anything south and anything on the East Coast, I've pretty much covered it all. I have not been out west except for Texas Phoenix, Arizona, and California. So I've got work to do. Next up, NW3U, David, Garner, North Carolina. Good morning, David.
Well, good morning to you and everybody on the brew this morning. Hope this finds everybody well. NW3U here. Boots on the ground kind of thing, probably about 22 states where I've actually put my feet on the ground. Might have been just to visit the facilities or to get some gas, but that's, through trips across the states. And hope everybody has a good day. 73 to all, and we'll check in with you tomorrow. NW3U.
All righty, thank you, David. Have a great day. Next up, KD2 IWN, Tim, Hamburg, New York. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, everybody on the brew crew. Good to hear everybody out there. Good signals. Nice sunny day here in Western New York. A few we're kind of don't know what to do with it, but we'll handle it. I've been to about 10 states in the United States of America, and probably we'll see some more, but that will be yet to be seen. 73 all, have a great day. KD2 IWN.
All righty, thank you, Tim. Have a great day. Next up, KR4CKC, Bill, Oklahoma, Florida. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning to everybody on the brew. Be retired charter pilot. I have made 43 out of the 50 states in my 25-year career. 43 out of the 50. KR4CKC. You all have a good day.
All right, thank you, Bill. Have a great day yourself. I don't know if I counted Florida or not. So that might be, like I said, you can only guess at this point. Next up, KE2GAT, Walter in Lynbrook, New York. Good morning, Walter. KE2GAT, are you with us? All right, hearing nothing, let's jump down to KJ5, DXB, Frank in Sugar Land, Texas. Good morning, Frank.
This is KJ5DXB. Good morning to you, Al, Vicky, and everybody. Put me down for around 15, if I remember correctly. Thank you for the check-in. Everybody have a great day. KJ5DXB. Back to you, Al.
All righty, thank you, Frank. Have a great day. Appreciate you checking in this morning. Next up, N8, HLN, Mike in Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, and the crew. It's clear and 60 degrees here in southeastern Michigan. After pulling up a quick U.S. map here on my phone and doing a quick count, I come up with 26. Been to 26 states. So we'll go back to net, 73 to all from NHLN.
All righty, thank you, Mike. Have a great day. Yeah, I had to pull up a map, too. Way too much thinking this early in the morning. Next up, VE3 TGN, Tim in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Good morning, Tim.
I tried to get in, but I guess I didn't get through. I was there 6. I went traveling there in the States from Canada, and then I crossed the border. I knew that Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Michigan, Ohio, half a dozen, 6 there, over, back to net control. Thanks for being there, and 73, half a dozen, over.
All righty, thank you, Tim.
And you know what? When I get asked the question, how many countries have you visited, I always forget Canada, because Canada is just like, you know, across the river. You go to Detroit, it's an hour and a half away, and I used to go party in Windsor all the time. Don't even consider that. It's kind of like attached, but you have to stop and think for a minute. Next up, N8 RWF, Bill in Trenton, Michigan. Good morning, Bill.
Oh, very good morning to you, Al, and everyone on the Morning Brew. This is N8RWF. Oh, yes, I know what you're saying, Al, about Windsor in Canada. It just doesn't seem foreign to us here in Michigan, but yes, you got to stop and think it is. Anyway, I have been to 12 states, all east of the Mississippi, plus D.C. Thanks for the call. It's always great to hear you. This is N8RWF, Trenton, Michigan. I'll be clear and listening.
All righty, thank you, Bill. Yeah, and I think you were in and out at first, but yeah, answer the question. You need to talk to us. I appreciate you. Have a great day, Bill. Next up, KD2WZJ, Ron in Rochester, New York. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning. I'm not much of a traveler. I've gone, well, probably in my 65 years, I think it's 6 states I've actually visited, not counting flyovers and drive-throughs. Everybody have a great day. KD2WZJ. Back to net.
All righty, thank you, Ron. Have a great day. Break with Ron. We have KQ8U, Bob, and E-Course via text. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, Al, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. I had a little trouble with the button here. Trying to count. I'm going to say 25. I might be conservative on that. It's a little early in the morning to try to go out and count. But everybody have a good day. KQ8U, back to net.
All righty, thank you, Bob. Yeah, and I'm going to add one in a week, because I've been to upstate New York, but I've never been to Pennsylvania, so we're going there. We're going to cruise through there and stay a day, so we're going to add one. Next up, KJ4LXJ, Rex in Crystal River, Florida, via text. Good morning, Rex.
Good morning to you and the brew crew. Glad I had my shoes off, because I was running out of fingers and toes. What I counted was about 19. I may be off a little bit because I didn't have the map in front of me, but if I'd have had any more, I would have had to go out and use some of the wife's fingers and toes. You guys have a wonderful day. KJ4LXJ, back to net.
All right, thank you. Have a great day. Well, we got a few more text check-ins. By the way, if you want to check in via text, that number is 716-317-9050. Again, 716-317-9050. That's not for in and out. It's give a call sign. That's for people who want to answer the question. Let's take another round of check-ins. Check-ins come with your call signs, twice and slowly.
CJM, W2, CJM Mobile. Kilo Bravo 5, Sierra Alpha Victor, Kilo Bravo 5, Sierra Alpha Victor, in and out, please. Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Bravo Mike, Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Bravo Mike, mobile.
WD4OXT, Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar X-Ray Tango. Good morning, in and out.
November 2, Victor Lima Kilo. November 2, Victor Lima Kilo.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Sierra. Kilo Foxtrot 8 Sierra.
Kilo Zulu 8 Juliet Foxtrot Mobile. Kilo Zulu 8 Juliet Foxtrot Mobile. Kilo Romeo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Kilo Romeo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta.
W2PUT Whiskey number 2 Papa Uniform Tango Mobile.
Kilo India 4 Uniform Delta Echo monitoring.
Alright, well that's a good little list there. Let's see who we have. It looks like we had KI4UDE right there at last. Were you in and out, KI4UDE? I believe he was. We got it marked. The other in and outs we had were WD4OXT, Riled in Winter Spring, Florida, and we had KB5SAV, Jason, St. Amant, Louisiana. Thanks, guys, for sticking your heads in and saying good morning. We had a number of mobiles. We had Dan, W2PUT, traversing about the state, I'm sure. We'll get back to you in a minute, Dan. We had KR4BAD, David, Verena, North Carolina, I believe is how you say it. KZ8JF, Jason, Royal Oak, Michigan, he was mobile. We had BE3TCS, Tim, Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We had KF8S, Dave, Macomb, Michigan. We had N2VLK, Jeff, Lancaster, New York. KO4FBM, Jose in St. Cloud, he was mobile. KK40XX, Jonas in Miramar, Florida, he was mobile. And W2CJM, Charles, Selden, New York, he was mobile. And then we had AD2KP, Stephen in Brooklyn, New York. KI5PMI, Bill in Hobbs, New Mexico. And WA8CLG, Doug in Homosassa, Florida. They were all via text. Let's hit our mobiles up real fast here. Question of the day, of course, is how many U.S. states have you been in? Let's go to W2CJM, Charles, Selden, New York. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, everybody on the crew. I've been in about 17 states. Have a great day, everybody. Doing the net.
All righty, thank you, Charles. Have a great day. Next up, KK40XX, Jonas, Miramar, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, and thanks for taking my check-in. As far as the question is concerned, I hadn't had enough coffee to be able to do the counting. There's drive-thrus and there's overnights. Most of the overnights I did when I was in college playing football. And the drive-thrus, oh gosh, you know, quite a few. West, north, east, Midwest, and south, and on and on and on. And a few countries too, even backpacked in Europe. So I appreciate you taking my check-in. KK40XX.
All right, thank you, Jonas. Have a great day. Next up, we got Jose in St. Cloud, Florida, KO4FBM. Good morning, Jose.
Most of the times in my life I've been overseas, Germany, Panama, places like that. Back to you, W3.
All right, thank you, Jose. Did you say 5 states?
About 9 states, 9.
Right, gotcha, 9 states, we gotcha. Thanks for checking in this morning, Jose. Have a great day. Next mobile station we have is KZ8JF, Jason, Royal Oak, Michigan. Good morning, Jason.
Put me down for 26, and just got a long way to go. KZ8JF, back to net.
All righty, thank you, Jason. Be safe out there. And the last mobile we have is W2PUT Dan in Milan, Michigan. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning. Yeah, we are mobile here on I-75 just south of Gaylord, Michigan, heading for home. And I don't know, I've been to a fair amount traveling, mostly when I was younger with my grandparents in the motorhome. I'm just going to take a stab and say 25. More. Without the ability to look at a map and start counting, I can't really say for sure at the moment. Back to you. W2P UT Mobile.
Alrighty, Dan. Safe travels. Watch the crazy people on 75. Let's jump up to the top of this list now. Go down through the rest of everybody. This is Al, KABAC, along with Vicky, KABKY, logging for me. Let's go to WA8 CLG Doug in Homosassa, Florida. Good morning, Doug.
This is WA8 CLG. Very good morning, everybody. And my number is 44. I was up pretty early this morning and I heard the question, and I went and looked at the map and to count the ones that I have not been in. So that's a pretty good number. We used to travel a lot looking for a place to retire and ended up in Florida, as a lot of us have. Anyway, with that, I got a couple letters to mail today, and other than that, not too much on the agenda. Everybody have a good one. Back to you, Al, WA8 CLG.
Alrighty, thank you, Doug. Yeah, well traveled. Boy, I'd like to get to that place right there. See at least everything from east to west coast. Next up, KI5 PMI Bill in Hobbs, New Mexico. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Al. Everybody on the brew. Put me down for 21, sir. Hope everybody has a great day. KI5 PMI. Back to net.
Alrighty, 21 it is. Thanks for checking in this morning, Bill. Next up, AD2KP Stephen in Brooklyn, New York. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Al. Ricky and the rest of the brew crew. Put me down for 25. 25 states. This is AD2KP. Hope everyone has a great day. Back to net control.
Alrighty, thanks. Have a great day yourself. Let's see. We already got Jose. We already got Jeff. Let's go to KF8S. Dave, Macomb, Michigan. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, everybody on the Morning Brew. We're currently traveling here on I-94 heading to Ohio. I don't get to add that to my list because I've already been there. So I've got 18 states that I've visited, and we're going to pick up a puppy today. Exciting. So with that, back to net. Hope everybody has a good day. KF8S.
Well, alrighty, Jeff. Have a great day. Wave when you go by the Dundee, and I'll wave back. Next up, BE3 TCS, Tim in Windsor, Ontario. Hello, Tim.
Good morning. This is BE3 TCS. Tim in Windsor, Ontario. 26, at least 26 states I've driven through over the years. Back to net. Thank you.
Alrighty, checking in this morning. Have a great day. Looks like some beautiful weather in this area, Tim, so enjoy it. KR4 BAD David in North Carolina. Good morning, David. KR4 BAD, are you with me this morning? We'll mark them down as in and out. We got a bunch of text check-ins. We got WB5ITT Chris in Beaumont. We have WB1DXN Daryl in Epsom, New Hampshire. KD2WRJ Mike in Camillus, New York. We have W2AJR Andy in Cheektowaga, New York. And at the top of the check-in, or the text list, we have KO4QMM, our 20-meter net controller, who I am not even getting a blip on 14.317. KO4QMM, good morning, Roger.
Good morning, Al and the Brew crew. Oh, it was a good time, I gotta say. We got about
17 contacts. He might even got a couple more. I lost contact with him about 13 contacts, but we were really doing good. A lot of people were hearing him, having fun. And yeah, you can put me down for 16 states. 16 states. And thank you all for whoever joined in there. It's always a good time. This is Kilo Oscar 4, Quebec Mike 73.
Alrighty, thank you, Roger. Yeah, I don't know. 20 meters is barely even open today. I got the usual gentleman on 14.313 who's always there, but that's about the only thing that's making a blip on 20 meters for me. All right, let's jump down to W2AJR, Andy in Cheektowaga. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Al. Morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. Yep, it's 31, give or take a couple. At least that's what I can come up with in my head anyway. Rest of the day is work, and then who knows, maybe we'll get to play some radio if the radio gods are willing. 7-3 all, have a great day.
Alrighty, thank you, Andy. Yeah, it's looking a little rough. I was watching Dr. Scov, and it looks like we may be in for some rough times, so we might have to work a little harder to make contacts. Next up, KD2, WRJ Mike in Kamloops, New York. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Put me down for 48. I only have Hawaii and Alaska still to hit, so 48 for me. Everybody have a good day and a good week. This is KD2 WRJ. Back to the net.
Well, at least we know what you're going to be doing for vacation the next 2 years. Got an Alaskan cruise 1 year and go crash out on a beach in Oahu the next year. So you're all set. All right, next up, WB1 DXN Daryl in Epsom, New Hampshire. Good morning, Daryl.
Good morning to the Brew Crew. Hopefully I can keep contactivity today. Yesterday I think I dropped out, so hopefully I don't drop out again, so I'll try and make this quick. I've been to 45 states, 4 of them simultaneously. On a trip one time, put my feet in 2 different states and my hands in the other 2 different states, called the Four Corners: Colorado, Utah, Nevada, and New Mexico. Everybody have a great day. Safe. Keep it out there safe on the highways especially. Be careful. Always expect the unexpected. WB1DXN, back to net control.
Alrighty, thank you, Daryl. Yeah, doing that's on my bucket list, just to say I've done it. Have a great day. Next up, WB5ITT, Chris in Beaumont. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Al, and the rest of the Morning Brew from WB5ITT. I would probably say I've got all 50, but I haven't kept a written log, in God knows how many years. I used to in my early days, but I think probably after 52, 53 years in the hobby, I've probably worked just about every state I could think of that's out there. Anyhow, I hope everybody's having a good hump day. WB5ITT, back to that.
Alrighty, thank you, Chris. Have a great day yourself. Enjoy, be safe on them roads. Next up, we got W5MHG Mark and Gracie in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Good morning, Mark.
Well, good morning, W5MHG. Gracie says bow wow, yippee-yi-yay, with degrees in the backyard. Oh, she's been to New Mexico. That's all she's been. But we've been to about 30, and so I had to count that up too. Thanks for a great question, W5MHG. And we love that text line, because you can get it from any state or any part of the world. 7-3.
Alrighty, thanks for checking in this morning, Mark. Have a great day. Last on this list, one of our facilitators here, W2BLT, Scott in Buffalo. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, good morning, Al. Good to hear you this morning. I've been to 19 states. I don't know how many more I'll get to over that, but 19 it is. Have a great day, everyone. This is W2BLT.
Well, if you wouldn't have cut off your little toe, you'd be 20 states, wouldn't you? He's nodding in the Zoom room. Everybody, thanks, Scott. Have a great day. It's 20-2. This is Al, KBAC, along with Vicky, KEABKY. Let's take some more general check-ins. General check-ins come now with your call signs, twice and slowly.
KL4FRR, KL4FRR.
Alpha 3 Echo Romeo Yankee, VA3ERY, in and out 73.
Kilo 4 Papa Juliet Mike, K4 PJM.
Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor Chris, in and out.
Kilo Romeo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Kilo Romeo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta.
Whiskey Bravo 8, Romeo Oscar India, WB8ROI.
88 MEY, Kilo Delta 8, Mike Echo Yankee, Stephen, Grand Rapids. Zulu 5 Romeo, NZ5R Mobile.
All right, that's a decent little list there. Let's see who we got. We have checking, first of all, in and outs. We had KV8PLB, Chris Novi, and VA3ERY, Eduardo in LaSalle, Ontario. Guys, thanks for checking in this morning. We had NZ5R, William in Huntsville, Alabama, mobile. We had KD8MEY, Stephen in Grand Rapids, W8ROY, Glenn in Romeo, Michigan. Let's get David here before he disappears again. KR4BAD, David in North Carolina. Question of the day, how many U.S. states have you been in? Good morning, David.
Hi, good morning, Brew Crew and everybody else on the net. I've been in 20 states. KR4, BAD, back to net.
All righty, thank you, David. Have a great day. Restless list, we had KC2JPQ Frank in Lancaster, K4PJM Perry in Leesburg, Florida, and one of our facilitators here on the East Coast Reflector, KO4FRR Joe in Sorrento, Florida. Good morning, Joe. How many states have you been in?
Well, good morning, Al, in the Morning Brew. This is Joe, KL4FR. This is too early in the morning to answer that. I had to figure that, count up my fingers. I think I had to about 11. Some of them were drive-thrus, but I didn't really count those. It's just whatever I've been doing in those days. Talk to you in the Zoom room.
All righty, thank you, Joe. Have a great morning. Next up, we have K4PJM Perry in Leesburg, Florida. Good morning, Perry.
Well, good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. Nice day here in Florida today. I had to take out a map and start counting, and actually I think we're at 32 right now. We are planning a trip this summer to add some to that list, but that may go by the wayside. So we're going to go with 32. K4PJM, back to net.
All right, thank you, Perry. Have a great day. My goodness, I forgot our mobile station. NZ5R William in Huntsville. Good morning, William.
Good morning. Thank you for picking me up, and no worries. See, I have 48 states. I've been able to spend at least a straight 24 hours in all the lower 48, still missing Alaska and Hawaii. Just like the previous gentleman with 48. But we'll get there someday. So thank you very much for picking me up, and hope you all have a great day. 73, back to that.
All right, thank you, William. Have a great day yourself. Enjoy. Next up, KC2 JPQ, Frank in Lancaster, New York, checking in via text. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Al, and everybody listening to the brew. Put me down for 12 states. I used to visit your state once a year for the NASCAR races. I did that for about 8 years. And not much going on today. Looks a little bit overcast. I hope the sun pops out. And everybody have a great day. I'll send it back to the net, KC2 JPQ.
All righty, thank you, Frank. Have a great day. And yes, I have spent entirely way too much time at Michigan International Speedway, especially being in the automotive aftermarket for years and years and years. I always got free tickets and VIP suite passes. Next up, WB8ROI, Glenn and Romeo. Good morning, Glenn. Good morning to the crew. I've done 45 states, various methods, and 43 via motorcycle. Well, all right. Thanks for checking in this morning, Glenn. That's the way to live right there. Motorcycle hitting all the states. Sounds like a good time. Next up, across the state, KD8 MEY, Stephen over in Grand Rapids. Good morning, Stephen.
KD8 MEY, good morning, and hope everyone's having a great day. Thanks for doing the net. You can put me down for 14 states this morning. Still got a lot more to go, but we'll see if we can get them all. Back to net, KD8 MEY.
All right, thank you, Stephen. Have a great day. Finally on this list, we have KC2GRN, Joel in East Hampton, New York. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning, everyone on the crew. I've been through and to 30 U.S. states. 30 U.S. states so far. Still more to come, so yeah. Thanks for hosting the net this morning, guys. Appreciate it very much. KC2GRN back to net.
All righty, thanks for checking in this morning, Joel. Have a great day. Got another text check-in here. KF8DJQ, Kevin down there in Bowling Green, Ohio. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning. Excuse me, my voice is a little raspy this morning. 4 days in the infield at MIS will do that for you. I'd say about 30 would be a pretty close guess. KF8DJQ, back to net.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Hope you had a great time this weekend. All right, that takes us down to the bottom of another list. We got about 11 minutes. Let's take another round of check-ins. Come now to call signs twice and slowly, and we'll wrap her up. This is K8BAC along with KE8BKY. Come now to your call signs twice and slowly.
N0SQD, N0SQD, in and out. November 5, Romeo Tango Charlie. November 5, Romeo Tango Charlie.
4, Tango X-Ray India. Kilo Oscar 4, Tango X-Ray India. Mobile.
All right, we have KO4TXI, Vincent, Lake Forest, North Carolina. Mobile, we'll be right back with you. N5RTC, Terry in Austin, Texas. And we had N0SQD, Ryan in Orlando, Florida. He was in and out. Let's get a hold of Vincent here, KO4TXI. Good morning. Question of the day, how many states have you been in? Good morning, Vincent.
Morning to the crew. Yeah, I've been in 22 states in the U.S.
plus Washington, D.C. Back to net control, KO4TXI.
All right, thanks, Vincent. Have a great day. Be safe out there. N5, RTC Terry in Austin, Texas. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning. Put me down for 30 states, the District of Columbia, and I'll even throw in Puerto Rico. N5, RTC, back to net control.
All righty, thank you, Terry. Have a great day. Let's see if we got any in and out stations. In and out stations only. Come now with your call signs, twice and slowly. Just the in and out stations. Number 4, Kilo Hotel Zulu, N4 kilohertz, I'll be in and out.
Kilo Foxtrot. November 0, Charlie Kilo Victor.
Colorado, in and out.
November 0, Charlie Kilo Victor, in and out.
W2KJV, W2KJV, in and out, and
KB2QBQ, KB2QBQ, in and out.
YY, WA2N, YY.
Alrighty, let me tell you who we got there. There might have been a couple of doubles. We had, of course, WA2NYY and KB2QBQ, Mark and Mary. Good morning. We had W2KJV, Tony. Tony and Mary are in Homosassa, Florida. They're in this morning. And, boy, I tell you what, Tony usually answers the question, so I have to investigate that. NOCKV, Mark in Plymouth, Minnesota. We had N4KHZ, John in Rochester, New York. There's a Colorado station. That Colorado station that was in and out. Can you come back with your call sign, please?
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Romeo Papa Sierra, 0 R. Rick in Colorado.
All right, KF0RPS, Rick in Watkins, Colorado. I heard you there, but we just didn't quite get you. Anybody else want to do an in and out before we get some people who want to answer the question? Come with your call signs.
Victor Kilo 3, Foxtrot Sierra Tango. Victor Kilo 3, Foxtrot Sierra Tango, in and out. KJ0HN, Kilo Juliet 0, Hotel November, in and out. Kilo Oscar 4, Victor Tango Juliet, in and out. NY2 US, November Yankee 2, Uniform Sierra, in and out.
All right, we'll add on to that list then. We got NY2 US, Jim, Livonia. We had KO4 VTJ, that's Gilbert, Orlando, Florida. We had KJ0HN, John, Lincoln, Nebraska, and we had VK3 FST, Sam in Victoria, Australia. Thanks for checking in. Now, let's take some regular check-ins. We got about 5 minutes left. Regular check-ins. Come to your call signs twice and slowly. We had somebody in Leesburg, Florida that opened the frequency, but we didn't hear anything. Anybody want to check in? East Coast Reflector, Morning Brew, answer the question of the day. Got a couple minutes. Come now with your call signs twice and slowly. Don't make me start singing, guys.
Alpha 8, Whiskey India.
Alpha Alpha 8.
KR4 DIR Kilo Romeo 4 Delta India Romeo. Sean here, visiting New York.
Alpha 8 Whiskey India. Alpha Alpha 8 Whiskey India.
All right, we got KR4DIR, Alpha Alpha 8 Whiskey India. Bernard in Portsmouth, is new to the system. You're new to the system and you have a valid email address in QRZ. You receive a welcome letter from us at the East Coast Reflector team. Anybody else want to get in on the morning brew and answer the question before we wrap things up this morning? Come with your call signs twice and slowly. Alrighty, let's go to KR4DIR, Sean in Cape Coral, Florida. Question of the day, how many U.S. states have you been in? Good morning, Sean.
Yeah, good morning there, guys. For states, I've driven in a bunch of them. I'd say over 15, 16 states just driving through. I've lived in 12 different states. Used to be a very big nomad. But now I'm locked down, family tied, so now I'm staying out there in Florida. But today I came to visit family here, upstate New York. We flew here, so this year wasn't a driving adventure. Typically we drive all the way up north every year to come and visit Mama Bear, Papa Bear. So, but this time I was just too tired, so figured we go Mile High Club. Let the kids experience the flight as well. With that, that's what I got. This is KR4DIR, and back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Sean. Have a great day. If you get a chance, turn that tail beep off. I think that's on your HT. Next up, AA8WI, Bernard, Portsmouth, Ohio. Good morning.
Yeah, I found these nets via the All-Star link a few days ago, so I've been checking into several of them that are taking place. I'm not sure exactly where this one is, where it's located. I think one the other evening was coming out of Wisconsin, and this one is, or the next one was coming out of, I believe, Arkansas or Texas. So you'll have to tell me exactly where it's located. And also, I go by Bernie, Bravo Echo Romeo November India Echo. And that's about all I have, and I have been to, I believe, 21 states. So, and I've been to Europe twice, so and Canada. So, that's about it. So, back to you, 73-AA8WI.
All righty, thank you, Bernie. 21 it is. We got you as Bernie now. We've made that little note for your name. And yes, East Coast Reflector, visit eastcoastreflector.com. And you can find drop-down menus and see just exactly all of the nodes and all of the repeaters and everything that's connected to this reflector system. It's pretty massive, and it's kind of stems out of the Buffalo, New York area, but it's all over the place. Great place to keep your All-Star node locked onto, and then just buy another All-Star node if you want to tool around other places. That's what I do. All right, got a couple more minutes. Let's take 2 more check-ins. Let's see if we can get 2 more check-ins. Come now with your call signs, twice and slowly.
Good morning, Brew. This is November 5, Foxtrot Tango Echo. November 5, Foxtrot Tango Echo. Model in Tomball, Texas.
All right, that's what we wanted. N5, FTE, Fernando in Cypress, Texas. And then, of course, there was a KQ station that kind of doubled over. If that KQ station, come back with your call sign twice and slowly, please.
K2QWK. K2WK.
Alrighty, we got you. K2QWK. Looks like Philip in East Aurora, New York. Question of the day, how many U.S. states have you been in? Let's go to K2QWK. Good morning, Philip.
Morning, the Brew Crew.
I've been to about, I'm just going to roughly say about 11 or 12. Not a whole lot, but that'll wrap it for me. K2 WK, back to net.
All righty, thank you, Philip. Have a great day. And finally, wrapping up this edition of the Morning Brew, we have N5FTE, Fernando, Cypress, Texas. Good morning.
Good morning, Brew. Thanks for having me. I think I'm doing an average of 12 states in U.S., especially the southern states between California to Florida, plus a little bit of Nevada, what else? Oklahoma and Arkansas. All right, back to net. Thank you. November 5, FT, Mobile, Texas.
All righty, thanks for checking in this morning. And with that, the little lady inside my All-Star note is saying that it is 9 a.m. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in to this edition of the Morning Brew. Keep it locked on East Coast Reflector all the time. And we will see you again tomorrow morning. Everybody have a great morning. We now return the reflector back to normal amateur radio use. 73s, everybody.
Kilo Sierra 5 Victor, mobile, on the wind system. Katy, Texas. Anybody in LA on the system? Kilo Sierra 5 Victor, mobile and monitoring the wind system from Katy, Texas. Nothing heard.